get to Nick Foles in just a second, but first, you catch this. Hornets, Rockets, Chris Paul, the pick and roll drops the no-look to Clint Capella for the
he put a little sauce on it. Let me look over here to the left. Oh, man, that pick and roll in the NBA is nice. They starting to throw passes between the legs. Harden's thrown a couple nice dimes on the pick and roll.
All right, next up.
See Chris Paul healthy playing at this level, man.
Raptors and Cavs.
In the playoffs, man. You know a bad ham he's coming.
Oh,
Kevin
don't
Love
that upon him.
to Jetty Osman. Nice full-court pinpoint pass for the little layup there.
Oh, Kevin Love, man, you done fell off the face of the earth. You used to be throwing that to LeBron. Now you're throwing it to Jetty. Mind-eye trick, Jetty.
Mind-eye trick.
Thunder, Jazz, Donovan Mitchell puts Nerlens Noel on skates before
Had a good
drilling
morning,
from
bro.
deep.
Right off the brain. You all right?
Really?
You all right?
Chris trying to say Jedi mind trick and saying Jedi mind eye trick or something is one of the most unintentionally hilarious things we've ever had on the show.
It was intentional. I said it. What do you mean unintentional?
It was intentional.
You didn't say it. Nobody gave me a card or something. People giving you notes and everything. Your whole research department, multi-million dollars. I'm up here by myself doing this.
Time for In or Out.
Shut up, Dusty.
The Eagles agreed to a trade for Deshaun Jackson yesterday.
Do that.
D-Jack entering his 12th season, but last year he led the NFL with just under 19 yards per catch. You see, you went around on the Eagles having the best offense in the NFC East.
They had the best offense when they woke up yesterday morning. And then their offense got better. Their offense is better than Dallas, better than the Giants, better than the Case and the Washington fighting Redskins. Like, stop. Yes, they're better. He got a deep threat. The best in NFL history since he's been there. More 60-yard touchdowns than anyone in NFL history added to a very nice offense. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm absolutely in. This is one of the few moves of opening a free agency that there's no question about. There's no downside to this. They gave up very little to get him. He's on a very reasonable contract. He fits a perfect position of need for them. And he led the league in yards per catch again. 4 times in 11-year career, he's led the league in yards per catch. He is great at something the Eagles struggled with last year. 20-yard-plus passes through the air. I'm absolutely in. He makes the best offense in the NFC East even better.
All right, yesterday, Tyrann Mathieu reportedly agreed to a deal with the Kansas City Chiefs. Last season, Chiefs allowed a league-worst 426 yards and 35 points per game. Nick, you in or out on Mathieu being the best free agent deal so far this week?
I like the deal for the Chiefs, but I'm out because I love what Malik Jackson brings, too, speaking of them, the Philadelphia Eagles. Lining up him alongside Fletcher Cox, they got him at a very reasonable number, 3 years, $30 million. So I like the number. I like those 2 awesome defensive tackles where you can't double team them both. So I'm out because I like the Malik Jackson move a little bit more, and he's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, I like the Honey Badger. He's a good player. Glad he's healthy. Doesn't necessarily have the quickness or reaction time he had a couple years ago. Tore out his knee a couple years ago, but I like the fit in Kansas City. They need playmakers on the back end, but he wasn't the best. Greg Williams, defensive coordinator of the Jets, getting him some linebacker help. We forgot how good Cleveland's defense was in big spots for them last year. So Barr and C.J. Mosley today, to me, those are the best signings. Fit with the coach and a team.
All right, on to Nick Foles now. He has agreed to a deal with the Jaguars. Last season, the Jags averaged just 15.3 points per game, worst in the AFC. See, you went around on Jacksonville competing for a playoff spot with Foles as their quarterback.
I'm in. I believe their defense is going to come back and be a top 10 defense. Last year, the month of December, their offense was so bad. So they did improve the position where they needed it the most. They still need some playmakers on offense. And John DeFilippo was his quarterback coach when he was in Philadelphia when they won the Super Bowl. They have to open up this offense. They can't be a dominant run offense the way Jacksonville's been with Leonard Fournette the last couple years.
I'm out on this because I think that's a tougher division than people believe. Even if they got better at quarterback, they still at best have the 3rd best quarterback situation in that division. Maybe the worst, depending on what you think of Marcus Mariota. They don't have wide receivers. Regains its form from a couple years ago. I mean, even a couple years ago, they were just a 10-win team in a weaker division because the injuries to Luck and Deshaun Watson at the time. So I've got to be out on it.
We're always going to have room for 2 teams like Baltimore and like Jacksonville. Teams that run the ball control, and play great defense. Don't forget what happened last year in the NFL, the last 3 months of the season. Everyone thought it was just a prolific scoring offense after that first month.
All right, on to the NBA now. Ben Simmons says that he and Joel Embiid plan on staying in Philly to win a title for the city. Right now, Sixers have the third best record in the East. Nick, you in or out on the Sixers having enough talent to compete for a championship this season?
To me, this question means, am I in or out on them being able to make the finals? Like, I'm not going to do a Warriors versus anyone
All right,
discussion.
finals.
Yeah, I'm absolutely in. You make the finals, you can compete for a championship. The Sixers are my preseason pick to make the NBA Finals. Right now, they have not looked as good as Toronto or Milwaukee, understandably, but I think they're getting better. They are learning how to use their starting five properly, and I think Jimmy Butler is going to be better for them in the postseason than he has been in the regular season. For all those reasons, I'm absolutely in on a team with a great home court advantage that's now up to the 3 line, being able to compete for a championship.
Yeah, I'm going to be out on this year. I still think they need to improve. I like them to have more shooting in their lineup. I know Nick's in love with Ben Simmons and the way he plays basketball. I'm not necessarily in love. And I worry about their roles coming down the stretch. Who's going to close out games? Because Jimmy Butler, when he does it, they're a better team. But Joel Embiid is really the only all-star on the team, and he's dominated. He's had an all-NBA type of year. So what do you do?
Yeah.
So that conflict right there, I would say out. But I like the fact, positive message to the Philly fans, I like to be here into the future. If they can just gift wrap them a jump shot, then they might have some championship aspirations. But as long as he can't shoot, championships, they ain't winning.
Got to take a break. Time to pay some bills. Coming up, which team is the best fit for Le'Veon Bell? That's next on First Things First.
It's going to be amazing how long you're talking about this guy who can't shoot.
You say I'm in love with him. I just don't hate him. I'm just not